Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, President and CEO of American Manganese. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Jim. It's always good to talk to you.
Larry, what does the new year promise for American Manganese?
Well, let me just briefly, describe what has happened in the last, probably the last month. We've met a lot of our goalposts. We've got the patent proven now, which is just, a heartbeat away from, getting the patent number. We have entered into an MOU with the group out of the Netherlands, Battery Safety Solutions, and, which puts us in a whole different category. We've got the major end, which is getting the product out, the battery materials, metals, I should say, and the cathode, and that being cobalt, lithium, nickel, manganese, and aluminum. So we got over some major hurdles last year, and now we're looking forward to starting up the plant early in the year. That will occur at the Cometco yard, the pilot plant. So that's going to be newsworthy, and certainly right after that we'll start working on a plan to get a commercial plant going. We're talking 3 tons a month, but there's nothing to say. Depending on when we get some numbers back, we might not increase that up to as high as 10 tons a month. So that's looking good. In the meantime, there's lots of controversy out there. There's pros and cons for the electric vehicle battery industry, and I've been following that quite closely. Basically they're saying that electric cars are more polluting than gas-driven vehicles. So if you add everything in that they add in, they throw in the kitchen sink and everything else, perhaps that's true. But they're also saying there's no solution for the recycling of batteries. Well, we're here to tell them there is a solution. And after our MOU with the people out of the Netherlands, this looks like we could have a total carbon-free solution for the recycling of the battery, because now we'll be able to, and the Europeans are doing this when they're dismantling and preparing the cathode material to go into the circuit. They're draining off the power from that's left in the batteries, storing it, and using that to run the plant. So that would make the solution that we have, combined with that, a total carbon-free solution. And it doesn't seem like people are getting that message in some places, but that's what we can promise the world. Now, what am I looking at out there? I'm looking at the fact that we have a solution that will gel with some of these battery manufacturers. Let's face it, if you're looking at resistance because of pollution, one of those things can be cut out, and that's in the battery itself, and it'll also affect the mining and certainly affect the power sources. All these things that they're facing. So I expect that sometime in this coming year that we will probably start getting a lot of calls from people that are serious about making batteries and recycling them. And this is nothing but good news for the shareholders of this company. And, we've worked hard to get to this point, and we've been supported by the shareholders, and I say 100% by the shareholders. And and now it's time this coming year to start looking at getting some rewards. And I see that coming. The market itself, well, that's been playing out in a pretty ugly way. Even today, the market was, last I looked, was up slightly. New York, I'm talking about New York, because when the New York market gets a cold, we get pneumonia, and everybody knows that. So I would say that this market will settle out, and we'll see within the first 2 to 3 weeks of January in what direction the market's going to go in. And I'd like to say that I believe that it will go positive, but the market will tell the tale. Now, what can we expect? Well, we can expect that we will have good news coming all year around. We've always figured we have. I've worked with Cometco quite closely, and when they tell me that they can do something, they usually do. Always have, I should say, and I think that's nothing but positive. So I'm looking forward to a great new year, Jim. And I think our shareholders can expect to have a good year too. I mean, it's only a matter of time till people start saying, hey, what about this little company up there in BC? They seem to have a solution. Let's check it out. And we're happy to have them come and check us out. We've been checked out by certainly a lot of offshore countries. And, now maybe it's time the domestic guys start looking at us.
Larry, for people who are new to American Manganese, what's the company all about?
The company's a critical metals company. We have mining properties in the U.S. and in Canada. We'll be working on some of the Canadian ones this year. And we have a patented process for manganese, where we can recover from very low-grade sources, by the way, 2 to 3%, we can recover about 90 to 95% of the manganese and turn it into electrolytic manganese metal or electrolytic manganese sulfide. And we can make batteries or we can make steel. Now, we took that process, which is patented in 4 countries, and we adapted it to recycling lithium-ion batteries. We've been very successful at that. On a bench scale, we've gotten 100% of all the metals, and we've applied for the patent last November. We got it patent proven here a few weeks ago, and so the company is going to move ahead as an urban miner and mine batteries. Now, we are listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture under AMY.B. We're listed in the U.S. under AMYZF. And we're listed in Frankfurt under 2AM. Our website is AmericanManganeseInc.com. Our phone number is 778-574-4444. My personal email is lreaugh, L-R-E-A-U-G-H @amymn.com. And you can email me there.
Larry, best of the new year.
Best of the new year, Jim, and I'm sure thinking this is going to be a great year coming up.
I'm Jim Goddard. I've been speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Our conversation took place on December 28th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.